What if I told you, the most powerful machine on Earth is already inside your skull? A machine so advanced, it can imagine worlds that don't exist, feel love, create art, remember pain, dream of the future, and question its own existence. And yet, humanity is now building something new. A second mind. Artificial intelligence. It doesn't sleep. It doesn't forget. It learns faster every day. And it may soon become smarter than the people who created it. So the question is no longer, can machines think? The real question is, what happens when machine intelligence meets the greatest mystery in the universe? The human brain. Tonight, we enter the battlefield of biology versus technology, neurons versus circuits, consciousness versus code. By the end of this journey, you may never look at your own mind the same way again. Inside your head sits an organ weighing about 1.4 kilograms. Soft, silent, fragile. Yet it contains around 86 billion neurons. Each neuron forms thousands of connections. That means your brain has more pathways than there are stars in the Milky Way galaxy. Every memory you have, every face you know, every fear, every dream, every secret, exists as electrical storms moving through this living network. The brain uses only about 20 watts of power. Less energy than a dim light bulb. Yet with that tiny amount, it performs tasks that even the most advanced supercomputers struggle to copy. You recognize faces instantly. Understand sarcasm. Balance while walking. Recall childhood smells. Predict danger. Fall in love. Create music. No machine can do all of that naturally the way a child can. The human brain is not simply a computer. It is a living universe. Your brain is made of neurons. Tiny cells that communicate through electrochemical signals. When you see something, light enters your eyes. Signals race through nerves into the visual cortex. In milliseconds, your brain builds reality. But here is the twist. You do not see the world directly. Your brain constructs it. Colors. Created internally. Sounds. Electrical interpretations. Taste. Neural code. Even time itself is processed by the brain. You are not experiencing reality raw. You are experiencing a simulation created by your nervous system. And somehow, this simulation feels real. Then comes memory. The hippocampus stores events. The amygdala stores emotional fear. The prefrontal cortex helps planning and decision making. Different regions cooperate like cities in a massive nation. But unlike a machine, the brain rewires itself. This is called neuroplasticity. Damage one path, another may form. Learn piano, the brain changes. Learn language, it changes again. Experience trauma, it changes too. Your brain is never finished. It is alive. Now imagine humans trying to copy this miracle. The dream began decades ago. Scientists asked, if the brain uses neurons, could machines use artificial neurons? This idea created neural networks. Simple digital systems inspired by biology. At first, they were weak, slow, limited, often mocked. But then computers became faster. Data exploded through the internet. Suddenly AI had fuel. Millions of images. Billions of words. Infinite patterns. Machines trained on oceans of information began recognizing speech, translating languages, beating chess champions, driving cars, creating images, writing essays. The impossible became normal. And today, AI can generate voices, art, music, code, video, and conversation. But does it truly understand? Or is it only predicting patterns? That debate has just begun. Let us compare. AI can calculate millions of operations per second. It can search vast databases instantly. It never gets tired. It can analyze thousands of medical scans faster than doctors. In raw speed, machines dominate. But speed is not intelligence. A calculator is faster than Einstein at arithmetic. That does not make it wiser. The human brain works differently. Slow in math, fast in meaning. A human can look at a sad face for 1 second and sense hidden pain. Can AI truly feel that? A child can understand humor in a strange tone. Can AI sense sarcasm naturally every time? Humans use context, emotion, experience, instinct. The brain sacrifices speed for depth. AI sacrifices depth for speed. At least for now, I can store massive amounts of data perfectly. Thousands of books. Every move in chess history. Entire libraries. But human memory is different. We forget details, yet remember meaning. You may forget the exact weather of your wedding day, but remember the feeling forever. Memory in humans is emotional, layered, selective, sometimes inaccurate. But that inaccuracy gives creativity. Because when memories mix, imagination is born. Machines store, humans transform. That is why poets exist. That is why inventions happen. That is why nostalgia hurts. I can paint, compose music, write stories, generate videos. So is creativity solved? Not exactly. AI creates from patterns of past data. It remixes the known. Humans often create from pain, love, curiosity, rebellion, survival. A song written by someone heartbroken carries something deeper than notes. A painting made during war carries history in its silence. Can a machine suffer? Can it miss someone? Can it long for childhood? Without experience, creativity may be imitation. Yet AI can still become a tool that amplifies human creativity. Imagine one filmmaker with AI effects, one student with AI tutors, one scientist with AI simulations. Maybe the future is not human or machine creativity. Maybe it is both together. Here lies the biggest question. Why are you aware? Why does thought feel like something? Why is there an inner voice reading these words right now? Science can map neurons, measure brain waves, track decisions. But consciousness remains mysterious. No one fully knows how matter becomes experience. And if we do not understand consciousness in humans, how can we know if AI could ever have it? A machine may say, I feel happy. But is it feeling? Or simulating language associated with happiness? This is the difference between acting conscious and being conscious. Until we solve this puzzle, no one truly knows the future. Powerful tools can heal or harm. AI can detect diseases early, but also spread fake videos. It can help education, but also replace jobs. It can optimize traffic, but also monitor every citizen. The danger may not be evil robots. It may be human misuse of powerful systems. History shows technology reflects the intentions of those controlling it. So the real threat is not intelligence. It is irresponsible intelligence. What if the brain and AI do not compete? What if they merge? Brain-computer interfaces may allow thought-controlled devices. Lost speech restored. Paralyzed people walking through robotic limbs. Memory assistance. Instant translation. Expanded senses. Imagine seeing infrared. Hearing distant frequencies. Learning languages faster. The next stage of humanity may not be natural humans versus machines. It may be augmented humans. But with that comes danger. If technology enters the mind, who controls access? Who owns thought data? Could memories be hacked? The future opens miracles and nightmares. So, human brain versus artificial intelligence. Who wins? The machine wins in speed, storage, precision, scale. The brain wins in consciousness, emotion, meaning, wisdom, identity. Machines may become smarter in narrow tasks. But intelligence alone is not the whole story. To be human is not merely to calculate. It is to feel music, cry at memories, laugh at nonsense, love despite pain, dream despite failure, hope when logic says no. The greatest mystery is not AI. It is the mind reading these words right now. And perhaps, the future belongs not to brains alone, not to machines alone, but to the moment when both work together. Until then, take care of the most powerful machine ever created, your own brain. If this video changed how you think, then remember. The next revolution may not happen in a laboratory. It may happen inside your head. Like, subscribe, and stay curious. Because the future is already thinking.